kidding me? Oh my goodness. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Welcome to our live day trading stock market technical analysis for Monday, May the 24th, 2021. It's currently 5:51 a.m. Pacific time in Southern California. We are fast approaching 9 a.m. in Toronto and in New York. Glad to have you. Welcome to the show. This is Successful Trading's live YouTube channel where we teach you how to make money trading options. So this has been this day. Yeah, this is almost the exact day, the anniversary, the 1 year anniversary, if you will, of not the YouTube channel, not the YouTube channel, but at least of the education service that we have been tailoring on here. Yeah. So oh wow, that's because May the 25th definitely for our Discord channel. That's the first week. That's when we launch the Successful Trading's subscription trade alert. So glad to have you. Glad to have you. Let's see. I have no idea. Actually, just hit me. Maybe let's see what we can do for this week to celebrate that at least. So the opportunity to come here each and every morning, talk about the stock markets, more precisely for option trading beginners, on how to learn to trade options, how to learn to make money in the stock market. Not just stock. I mean, you can trade other commodities, right? So I take the opportunities because pretty much everywhere you go nowadays, it's all the talk is about crypto, Bitcoins, Dogecoins, of the like. So typically for us on here, yeah, not that we don't really specialize in that, but hey, I mean, it doesn't take us much to see to take a look at. Hey, here's the crypto. It's on the same website, folks. The FinViz that you may have been used that we use on here to track the movement of the stock in pre-market. Yeah, I just clicked on crypto, and that view. Let's start actually from the overall view, so that it gives you an overall view on here of the main ones, right? So, and then you can either go those are the quotes. So the performance on here, the daily performance, weekly performance, monthly performance, you are used to that. The charts, individual charts, that's the beauty of FinViz, right? That's the power of FinViz. See, it took literally one click and you have access to 6 plus 6, 12, 12 plus 3, 15 charts of the major cryptocurrencies, starting obviously with Bitcoin on here. So then you can click on each an individual chart and then change your timeline. This is the daily chart from starting in September all the way, September 2020 all the way. So I mean, if you were able to get into this to ride it from 10K to 60K, now my friend, this trend on here, it's one that's if we believe in symmetrical nature of the movement of the market, 30,000 is a strong support. How do we know that? Back in early January 2021, 1, 2, 3, 4 times, yeah, on its way to 40,000, it came and found support there. But then, I mean, this thing doesn't, there's nothing that says that 30,000 support cannot be broken. And if that happens, guess what? The next level is 20K. So interesting time on here for crypto traders and through the charts of Bitcoin that we just spent 2 minutes analyzing. So hope if this analysis of any value to you. For us, typically in option trading, yes, we find stocks that are related to, let's say, the cryptocurrencies, and we have a watch list. We have shared the watch list on here. I can quickly, if this is your first time on here, if I go into the screener, you can definitely see some of those. So optionable, maybe nowadays above $20. That may not be the case for our good friends. So let's say above $15, and if we ask for volume over 750K or over a million, and then I just get this auto refresh and the percentage change on here. So that's the bearish side. We don't see our crypto friends on there. You know who I'm looking for, right? Where's Marat? Where Riot? So those are coin. those are true. So Riot's blockchain is starting this morning plus 3.69. The headline from what was the app that I was looking at? Investing.com or crypto fight back or Bitcoin or crypto fight back after Sunday sell-off. Okay, so right now that most of them, they are up like 13%, 23%. So an interesting week here to close the month of May in the crypto side. Yeah. So that's is that enough of I don't know again if the audience of the people who are watching this, they are into crypto at all, but hey, spending a couple of minutes on there is not an issue. While we do that, we have to say hello to a few traders in the live chats. Good morning, Mr. Joe, Miss Festus, Miss JLo. Glad to have you. Good morning, everybody, and good afternoon for those who are across the pond, or even good evening if we have some folks who are following us, let's say in Singapore, in Asia, where it's late. I mean, trading late in the night. I haven't done that. Well, a little bit, but I mean, it starts like middle of the afternoon on from in Africa or in Europe. Then by 8 p.m., 8:39 p.m. it's bedtime. But I mean, it's still sticking around, especially for some of the strategy that we have on here. I mean, for us, we have been sharing with you, if you have been inclined to listen, about hey. The QQQ strategy, it's better than SPY. Well, actually, let me state that. So, meaning to the question, is it better to trade QQQ or to trade SPY? We have been talking about that. SPY used to have Monday, Wednesday, and Friday expiration, right? Then exactly 3 weeks ago, they introduced the same thing for QQQ. So we did the research, yeah. Actually, with me, JLo, we did the research this past Saturday. Yes, what do we do on weekends? We study. We that's what we do. So so that you don't have to, we do the research for you. So this is from 2018 to 2021. If I can focus the screen on here, yeah. This data is telling us day after for each single day. Yes. From over the last 4 years, each single day, we look at the movement of SPY, we look at the movement of QQQ, and we normalize them, excuse me, the daily movement in regard to the price to make it a fair comparison, because the both ETFs, QQQ and SPY, they don't have the same, they don't trade at the same price. Like right now, QQQ trading at 327, SPY is slightly higher, right? But in what to determine which one moved the most, yes, that's what's going to help us answer the question, which one is better to trade, from the perspective that, hey, trading options, the more a stock move or an instrument move, the higher the gains. Yeah, so that's what's the problematic is. So from that, so to study that, you look at every single day what's the movement, or trying to track the ATR. The ATR could give us an idea on that. We already knew that, but we actually wanted to quantify it by how much. Yeah, because when you quantify it, the other question that you can answer is, hey, how do I go about setting up my strike price? Or in this case, the ATR is a global thing, but in this case, the other question that we can answer, what is the best day to trade QQQ option? Yeah, what's the best day to trade SPY option? So this view that I'm showing you here answers that question. So we did it for both directions. Yeah, on the call side, meaning we're looking at the open to high and to the open to the low. Yeah, obviously you can tell me, yes, there's gap. We can even measure that. I mean, the data that we have on here, if you want later this week, I'm going to do it live with you guys, because it doesn't take that much time. You can ask Miss JLo. We did it live and we recorded that as part of our coaching session, one-on-one coaching session. And what did we discover? In 2021 and 2020, the best day on here, well, there's this Mondays on here in 2020, just because the month of February and March, remember when the stock market took a dive, there was a lot of oscillation on there. But in terms of consistency, QQQ moves the most on Wednesdays and Thursdays. That's what they did. Definitely in 2021, by this percentage, they may see 0.80, 0.67. That's a lot. Yeah. So that's what. But first, actually, let's start with the first question. So question number one: which one moved the most, QQQ or SPY, in both directions? So here, these numbers on here on QQQ, 0.80 thereabouts. If you compare them to 0.62 or 60. That's 20 basis points in favor of QQQ. So QQQ moves more. Hence, now that we have intra-week expiration for QQQ, Monday, Wednesdays, and, well, Friday was always there, it makes it that traders can get access to cheaper option. Remember, because time, if let's say, or even now, if I'm buying, let's say, QQQ option this Monday to expire on this coming Friday, the 28th, guess what? That premium has 5 days worth of time in there. Whereas if I say, hey, maybe I buy only the Wednesday one, with the knowledge now that, hey, on Wednesdays and Thursday, QQQ move the most, I can afford to buy a cheaper contract. Yeah, that's the advantage of that. Or now with this knowledge, I can say, hey, fine, instead of focusing mostly on SPY, I focus on QQQ. QQQ is just a subset of SPY. Remember that, folks, right? But it moves more on here based on this study. Actually, from the call perspective, that has always been the case over the last 4 years on here. So I'm actually going to generate charts, yearly charts, 4 data points to show you. It's about 20 to 25%. That's on the call side. On the put side, well, look at this here. When QQQ is bearish, in average here on Wednesdays and Thursday, it's two most moving days. Actually, Monday is another one here. Yeah, Mondays is a sneaky one on here. So I had to put this a green on here as well. Compare that to what SPY is doing, minus 0.71. So this is huge. This is huge. So meaning when puts are paying on QQQ, they pay way more than on SPY, and that was true even in 2021 and 2020 here. The average here is 1% for QQQ on the put side. Average 0.7. That's over 30%, folks. That's 30%. And you go back in 2029, that was still the case. So this is a study that I have been hinting at. That's why I made the video. And since QQQ has had expirations on Mondays and Wednesday, I kid you not. Granted, I've made only maybe one video, but on that video, actually read the article on the blog, how to trade QQQ for big profit, because we have the video with the 900% win. But if you focus onto that, my friend, you are going to see opportunities to trade QQQ option successfully. The only thing is that you need to have an open mind and have the ability to maybe read the chart to recognize when is it bearish, when is it bullish, because it's not something that's a bias. We are not suggesting that, oh, trade calls more than puts. I think the data doesn't suggest that. So, and the last thing on here, that this percentage, right? Because now you can translate them into price. Some of you who have read the article on SPY, the strategy, one of the strategy on SPY, plus or minus 3 points, this comes from here, because if you are trading QQQ on Wednesdays or Thursday, this is the average move. Yeah, so meaning there are certain days it's gonna make minus 2 or plus 2% or plus 1.5%, but in average, that's 3 to 4 points give you a nice strike price that's can consistently get you to make money. So that I wanted to share that. We're excited about that. And more to come into this data. I'm going to really break it down, especially during the coaching session with some of you who are interested, right? So if you're somebody who this is your first time watching. You're watching just live day trading pre-market analysis here on Successful Trading for May the 24th, 2021. Well, this is the type of quantitative analysis of data that we provide, research that we provide with the aim to help you trade options successfully. So hopefully it was a value there. So back to the aforementioned SPY and QQQ. What are they doing this morning? So we know the other thing we know, again, based on the store observation. Last week was monthly expiration for options, right? For all options. And we know, because we have seen it consistently here, we showed you that data inside of our Discord room, that the week after, so the third week is monthly option expiration. The fourth week is the week where we see even more moves. The market moves more. The market moving more, meaning that opportunity to make more money. That's what it means. Meaning, in option trading, let's say the bigger the move in percentage, right? All things being equal, the bigger the payout on those options. So let's say we closed last week pretty much at the moving averages. So here is the chart of SPY. It was not as if it was bearish, but it wasn't as if it was bullish. If anything, we have spent the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days pretty much at the same point. We started the week last Monday on the 17th at 4:15. We closed the week pretty much at the same level. Yeah, in between we dip for a couple of days, Tuesday and Wednesday, and it seems always that the pattern in the market always as such, right? The first 3 days we tend to go into a certain direction and then reverse. I mean, sometimes you can have chart like this one, you can have trend like this one where, hey, it's green. This was a major winning streak. But even then, right? Even then, on certain days, like it's marking a pause. A couple of days here, not much going on. I guarantee you, if you were trading SPY on these 2 days here, April 6, April 7, nothing, and then 2 days of movement. So in this case, it was actually moving. And for us, we saw that because the 10 baggers, there were plenty of opportunity for 10 baggers on QQQ in both directions last week. Yes, in both directions. Yeah, because on a day like the 19th, which was Wednesday, I believe, yeah, there was a gap down, sure, but from a gap down of 316, the stock moved to 322. That's 6 points. Remember the statistic that we just saw. The average move is about, let's say, 1%, 0.91%. That for a stock that's at 300 something, that's 3 points. 3.3 points. So on a day like the 19 on here where QQQ move $6, imagine the payoff on those calls contract. And then the following day, after closing at 322, we opened at 324.12 and it went 329. So between the close here 322.59 on the 19th and the high of the next day, that's 7 points, folks. That's a lot. So anytime, as a rule of thumb for you, anytime that QQQ move more than 3 to 4 points, you know those the option now that we have intraday, especially if that happened to be an expiration day like it was the case here on Wednesday. So this Wednesday, the 19th, And the 20th they confirmed the research that we show that, hey, the best day to trade, to day trading or swing trading QQQ options are Monday. Yeah, well, we saw a little bit of Monday, but are definitely Wednesdays and Thursdays. Monday as well. In 2021, especially on the put side, we saw that QQQ has been shown a tendency for bearishness, but overall, if you were to ask, definitely Wednesdays and Thursday are those 2 days. So we will continue tracking this, and this type of research, folks, is something that you can do for all the stock. Doing it for QQQ on here did not take us too much time. So where does the leave us? So QQQ starting at a couple of points up here, gapping up from its technical movement is starting just above the exponential moving average 20 and exponential moving average 8, right? So the resistance is at the middle of the Bollinger, the upper and lower Bollinger band, that value being 329.94. Let's call it 330, yeah? And that's where the high of these candles have been. So that's 330 thereabouts. It's a resistance. That's how you recognize the resistance level, right? So, but now the slope, look at the direction of the EMA 8, right? After being bearish here, the crossover, the cross of death, if you will, happened early May the 5th, thereabout. Downtrend, then with just a lot of wahalas here. See, last week, we know why. Monthly expiration oblige. And then now, will the trend just, can we find ourselves this by Friday, folks, being at 340? That's not impossible. That's not impossible. So we shall see. For today, definitely 3 point up from here is 333, 332, 332, 333. That's where we will be looking for the strike price on the bullish side. On the bearish side, I mean, if we break the support level at the EMA 8, which is the yellow line there at 325, we have seen other values, right? So 324, well, you just take 3-4 points from there. So 325, 324 are the strike price to look for on the bearish side. So that's it for QQQ on there. Again, we have data now to prove or to show, to confirm, which that for us we have seen here through just trading, but we are now able to quantify that it's far more better to trade QQQ options now that it has expiration on Mondays and Wednesday compared to its SPY counterpart, or SPX for that matter, right? SPY and SPX, they trade alike. So for those who have the question about SPX, yeah, I mean, they both stock, they trade alike. I think the ratio is 1 to 10 between SPY and SPX. So it's just a matter of, I mean, if you find an edge on SPX, I'm not sure. I have not traded SPX that often to be able to tell you that, hey, you can find an edge consistently getting cheap options on there. I know that SPY has the advantage to have strike price by $1 increments, yeah. So it's make it convenient to find to easily find an entry, and the spread are always very nice. All right, so that's on here again. For this May the 24th live day trading stock markets analysis on here, we are painting the picture of the ETF SPY QQQ. Here's IWM. I mean, this one, this chart is just, yeah, that's what does mean? It's just like, that's a sight like, yeah, this has not been going anywhere at all, just oscillating between, in the tighter range between 212 and let's say 228 thereabouts, or even 224 recently. So, but this, I mean, eventually it will pick a direction, right? Eventually it will pick a direction. For the time being, is not just doing that. Speaking of picking a direction, what do we have this market in terms of direction? Again, we know this is the week. If you want to make money trading option, this is your best bet, folks. This is the best week to do that. The fourth week, the week following the monthly expiration, and boy, we are off to a fast start on Virgin Galactic Holdings. Holy moly, plus 20%. Congratulations to you if you are holding calls on here. I'm not sure what the news is. It has to be some type of news or whatever, because this stock has been bearish just like this pattern, right? Over the last 3 months, March to May, as we see, 50% of the stock in all sectors. Yeah, and FinWiz is a great tool for you to spend those. It doesn't take that much time, folks. An hour, you will have a great idea and opportunities on here. So notice how Thursday, Friday, this thing gapped. It started a movement there where it gapped to 20. Remember the momentum trade we have been talking about? That's what could have gotten you into this trade, and now it's up another 20% after the Thursday and the Friday gap on there that didn't quite materialize. So let's see where this one goes. At this stage, absolutely, it's worth taking a trade on here on SPX, because it's confirming that reversal, that trend reversal, the downtrend. It's gone overall. So actually, if let's come here and look at the chart proper for SPCE. They are Virgin Galactic. When you give the name of the company, finding a sticker is not an easy deal. I know that much. I used to call it spicy. So the stock now is starting on the daily chart outside of the upper Bollinger. You know how I feel about that. So if it has enough strength, definitely this is a stock that was as recently as February the 11th. Yeah, somebody likes that date. It was worth trading at $60. Yeah, and as of last Friday, you could have gotten it for 21. Now it's up, or even 20, less than $20. It started, the low on Thursday was $18, and now it's printing a whooping 25.9. Whatever that news is, definitely it's continuing that momentum on here. But it's not too late. Never look at something like this, right? That's why it's always, we show you the overall chart, right? This stock has been known to do this type of rallies. So in both directions, because here is this stock, it was worth in June of last year $14, and then rallied, especially, I mean, the early part of 2021 was just from January 4th, the stock went from $25 to February 1st, $62, and then all of that came down crashing. Now back to a bullish stand. We remember we traded this one even a few times on there. So this is a gapper. So yeah, you can definitely pick any strike price on here, because trust me, the 8-year concept or anything, all of that is in the wash. Yeah, the only thing is, will it be doing that? Because these guys, that's where that is difficult in this market, right? Last Thursday and last Friday, because of option expiration, they didn't let it run as much. Yeah, the gap was there from 17 to 20 something, but now this morning $4 on, and we still have plenty of time. It's starting outside of the upper Bollinger, so we need to just be patient on that. But if it has enough strength, we have seen that here. Yeah, we have seen similar gaps where it took its time, but eventually. So this is maybe one to take a long-term stand on here, to say, okay, you're going to be building a position, let's say, for 40 calls, maybe expiring in June. Find something cheap and trend it accordingly. What else is moving? So SPC is definitely a big mover this morning. Oh Lord, a big mover in pre-markets. I'm laughing because for those who are familiar with successful trade alerts, you know that the stock that I'm going to talk about next, B1 Meat, it's on the list. It's on the list. We saw it last Thursday, right? It was on the list, but I mean, how many times? How many times? It's like the joke on some of the comedies on YouTube. So some of they from Nigeria, they usually say, you know, let's say when something is just out of out of hand, then there's this saying that says, how many times do we have to tell you that Nigeria is not for you? So when I think of B1 Meat, that's what. So how many times do we have to tell you that option trading is not for you, Beyond Meat? Because this stock is a nut stock. Yeah, I mean, there's 100,000 shares volume. By the way, SPC has over what 8 million shares volume on there. For those who believe in relative volume, definitely it's attracting a lot of people this morning. So B1, it's up 4% at $112. But I mean, this stock I mean, one of our traders, Mr. Jimmy, I believe, he can recall the when the news came at some point. This stock went to $200, didn't it? So here's B1. Let's check his chart on here just in case. I mean, if it can show me strength of anything, the options are cheap, super cheap. And our AI alerts, a successful trade alert computer is saying, but it's not the first time. Let's be honest. We have had hope about this thing moving. It's not that it's bearish or anything. It's just that it's very difficult to make money on it really consistently because small candles just dripping low and low. No. How do you make money trading option? When the stock are making big moves. These tiny moves, they do not lend themselves to making money. So what it is for Beyond here this morning, again, we have seen this. For me, I'm going to be super patient on Beyond because I've seen it one too many times. So above 113 or 70, let's say above 115, then I'm really interested in Beyond. Otherwise, it's just gonna turn into another than watch this. Let's hope that it make us a liar. Otherwise, you are looking at a 10 bagger for this week, folks. Because if this thing is moving, oh yeah, with the price of those options, let's see. Let me give you exactly the strike price. I'm not hiding. We were not hiding anything here. A successful trade alert. We knew that Beyond was a trade alert, so it had the potential of moving. So we pick the 118 calls, folks. As of last Thursday, they were going for 34 cents, 39 cents. The stock now is trading at, let's say, 112. Imagine just what it will be. So if you are a subscriber in here and you want to take that trade because on your option May 28th expiration watch list that I'm hoping you have created, right? That's how we trade the successful trade alerts. You will see that's gonna be top of the chart, and I don't know, this contract could be worth $1 or something. I'm not going to spend $1 on that thing. I'm going to pick a strike price further out of the money because we picked those 118. So now the stock has moved $6. So at least on here to start the day, I'm going to be looking like 125 thereabout, much cheaper contract below 30 cents. Yeah, right. If this thing is to move, those 30 cents that can turn into $1, they can turn into $2. And before the week is over, we are going to be talking about 10 baggers. That's how to trade the successful trade alerts. And if you are new into our subscription, please schedule your meeting because I know a couple of folks who join and have not had a chance to hear from them yet and to start the coaching session. All right, folks, it is 9:21 Eastern time in New York. I'm going to give everybody back 7 minutes to reset our mind. This is a week where typically there's a lot of movement. There are a lot of opportunities to make money trading options. So we appreciate you and we wish you a great trading session. Thank you. Bye bye.